Okay guys, I know this is a little bit of a different way to learn, but we're going to record the lectures and make this an online class, and this is document production and editing. This is basically how to use Microsoft Word and every single little tiny feature about it. You guys will be pros by the time we are done with this class. The first chapter starts out very, what's the word I'm looking for? Easy, because we have to take into consideration that there are people out there who have never used a Microsoft computer. Some people may have used Apple their entire life, and things of that nature. So, on a Microsoft computer, when you first start it up, here is your desktop. To find Microsoft Word, a lot of people just like to use the search bar. There's your Word app, or you can go into here, and it's usually up in School Essentials, somewhere up in this category, or it may be in your menu right here with all your programs in it. So we're going to open up Word. Oh, 1 second, I don't want this one. I want this one. There we go. When you first open it, all of your recently saved documents will appear right here. You can also, if what you want is not in this list, you can go over here to Open and find something that you've saved in the past. But for now, we are going to stick with new documents, and you can also see there are a bunch of different templates down here that you can pick from and choose from if you're trying to create something specific, like a business card. But we are going to, for today, just go with a blank document. And there won't be a project for this very first module because this is just familiarizing you with Word and some of the key terms and whatnot. So once you open Word, most of your features are going to be found up in this top row right here. These tabs up here, these are called ribbons in Word. They don't call them menus anymore, they call them ribbons. Here is your File ribbon. This is your Home ribbon, which is where you're going to find most of your basic stuff that we'll be exploring in Chapter 2. This is how to align things left, right, center, how to change your font. Maybe I should use real words. We'll do animals. See, I can change the font up here to, look differently. You have your font size. And there's just a bunch of different features up here. Font color, where it's aligned, whether you wanted it in the bullet list. Here's different styles that are pre-programmed. If you have a long Word document, you can find a word, replace certain words. Take, for example, if you find a synonym for a word and you just want it replaced all throughout the document instead of going through and typing each and every one, you can use this feature. And then you have a few other options over here that we'll cover later on. In your other ribbons, you have this Insert tab. You can insert tables. You can insert pictures, icons. There's smart art that's pre-programmed in. I really don't want to mess with it right now, though, because I'm just trying to show you where everything is at for this very first module. And you can just kind of look through this. Of course, you can put headers, footers in, text box. There's word art, and just kind of look through these ribbons. Drawing options here. Let me see if I can't get rid of that. You have drawing tools where you can circle things on Word. This is very handy for note taking. If you're going to use Word to take notes and there's something that you need to highlight, there you go. In your Design tab, you have all these different pre-made layouts that you can work from as a foundation for whatever project you're doing. In Layout, you can adjust your indentations, whether you want this to be portrait or landscape. You can add page breaks, you can add line numbers. You can control your margins and all this stuff. Don't get overwhelmed by everything I'm telling you, because throughout this module, we are going to break each and every one of these ribbons down, and we are going to have projects with them. So just kind of look through the rest of this. I guess review is probably a pretty important one too, because it has spell check, which usually happens automatically anyway. It just underlines it in red if you spelled it wrong, and it gives you a suggestion. But let's see, what else do we have here? View. You can view the page in different ways. So basically, just look through Word and just kind of start getting familiar with where you're going to find all of the different options that we're going to go over later. Don't worry about understanding what all this stuff does now. That's what this class is for. So read through chapter 1 in your book. It will help you a lot. There's a lot of good information in there, and there will be a quiz as for your first module's grade, and you will also have an introductions discussion, which is only worth 5 points. But I want you guys to interact with one another, and I want you guys to be able to ask one another if you have questions about the class, as well as asking me, just as if we were in a sit-in classroom environment. So I hope you enjoy the class, and I hope you enjoy the module, and you guys have a good day.